As more and more US startups seek to establish a beachhead into Europe, ecosystems stand out as particularly dynamic and attractive destinations for life sciences companies looking to expand internationally. Switzerland's Basel area and the United Kingdom's London ecosystem. But successfully navigating these markets requires an understanding of their distinct landscapes. In this report, we outline strategic pathways for business growth supported by robust stakeholder analysis. We present the financial and operational considerations that you need to take into account to help you make the right decisions for long-term viability. The Basel area has 784 stakeholders, including 34% Biopharma, 29% other, 17% medtech, and 16% SMS. These firms are almost entirely focused on pharma and biotech. There are 1,352 SMS with 111,000 employees. And the Basel area benefits from being located just over the Swiss-German-French border region with easy access to top talent and also close proximity to Novartis Roche and key research centers like the Swiss Institute of Bioinformatics and the Friedrich Miescher Institute. The London ecosystem has 4,334 stakeholders, including 33% biopharma, 32% other, 15% institutions, 12% digital health, and 8% medtech. There are 480 for SMS with 6,700 employees. London stands out for its high integration with world-class universities and the National Health Service, as well as its strong investor and digital health presence. For our purposes, we will use Boston as our benchmark. It has 2,750 for stakeholders, including 47% biopharma, 19% other, 11% medtech, 11% digital health, and 11% SMS. There are 558 SMS with 22,000 employees and a high number of entrepreneurial support organizations. Boston is used as a benchmark due to its status as the global leader in biotech. Now let's talk about why you should consider expanding to Switzerland and the UK. Both offer complementary advantages for US startups looking to grow internationally. Why Switzerland? First, Basel area has the highest density of biopharma globally, offering unparalleled access to customers and partners. Second, Switzerland has a favorable regulatory environment and offers bilateral access to the EU single market despite not being part of the EU itself. Third, Switzerland is renowned for its high quality of life, which makes it easier to attract and retain top talent. Fourth, there is a high level of government and cantonal support for life sciences and the Basel area. Cantonal incentives add up to 20% to the value of federal incentives. Fifth, Switzerland is financially stable with a competitive corporate tax rate and a strong banking system. Why the UK? First, London has the largest VC ecosystem in Europe with increasing focus on health tech and digital health. Second, the UK has strong ties to world-class institutions such as Oxford, UCL, and Imperial, providing access to cutting-edge research and talent. Third, there are numerous opportunities to partner with the NHS, including through innovation programs and the 5,000-strong AHSN network. Fourth, post-Brexit, the UK offers tailored innovation incentives. Fifth, London is home to the UK's first and only catapult center dedicated to digital health, as well as other Industry 4.0 centers. Now let's discuss the challenges and considerations for doing business in each place. Switzerland, the cost of living is very high and so is the cost of doing business, but this is offset by economic stability, excellent infrastructure and public services, and access to global pharma. The regulatory environment is efficient and stable. Though not part of the EU, Switzerland has bilateral agreements in place with the EU that still allow for relatively seamless market access. Although the number of early-stage VCs is lower compared to London, those that do exist are highly specialized in life sciences. Basel in particular has a number of government-backed programs to help foster the development of new companies. In the UK, the cost of living, especially in central London, is high. Post-Brexit regulatory frameworks have introduced some complexity, though this is partially offset by strong governmental support for innovation. London has a vast local talent pool and a world-leading investor network, especially focused on digital health. It is estimated that around 30% of all digital health deals in Europe are done in London. So how should you go about growing your business in each place? In Switzerland, we recommend establishing R&D or manufacturing operations close to the global pharma headquarters and using Switzerland as a launchpad into the European market. Leverage cantonal and federal SME incentive programs for life sciences and join local clusters such as Basel Area. Swiss and engage with clinical trial networks. In the UK, collaborate with NHS innovation programs to validate and scale your product. Utilize UKRI and Innovate UK grants to help fund R&D build partnerships through London's accelerators and catapult centers such as the UCL and Imperial incubators, and consider expanding into secondary cities such as Oxford and Cambridge to gain access to lower cost of operations. So how do you go about ensuring financial viability when expanding into either of these places? 1. Currency risk management. Use hedging instruments such as forward contracts, options, or currency swaps to manage your exposure between the USD, the Swiss franc, and the GBP. Consider setting up a multi-currency account to optimize your cash management and international operations. 2. Tax and legal structure. If you choose Switzerland, carefully evaluate whether to incorporate in Basel-Stadt or Basel-Landschaft, as differences in taxation and subsidies exist between the two cantons. In the UK, leverage the generous R&D tax credits and consider setting up operations using the UK Innovator Visa pathway if required. 3. Operational optimization. Outsource non-core services such as regulatory affairs, HR, and finance to local experts to reduce fixed costs and increase flexibility. Build a cross-border team with EU, UK, and US experience to enhance your agility and access to talent. 4. Access to capital. In Switzerland, focus on targeted life science investors and corporate VCs such as Ventures and Johnson & Johnson Innovation. In the UK, tap into the broad venture ecosystems, especially in digital health. So in conclusion, Switzerland and the UK offer complementary advantages for US startups looking to expand internationally. The Basel area in Switzerland provides a unique environment that is unrivaled anywhere else in the world for deep tech, medtech, and therapeutics companies looking for a financially stable, pharma-rich, and regulatory-efficient ecosystem. London offers capital access, institutional collaboration, and digital health leadership, making it ideal for startups with a data-driven or tech-enabled product. With a strategic expansion plan, companies can access the benefits of both ecosystems while maintaining financial discipline and operational resilience. Thank you for watching. To learn more about our services, visit our website.